So I hear so many people say they don't want to get started in real estate because they think they need a ton of money, all this stuff, right? And that's not the truth. So I wanted to talk about a few ways that you can invest without a whole bunch of money. All right. So the first thing is if you want to like buy a home and flip it, right? Just to start building income, you could always use a hard money lender. So hard money lenders what they charge higher interest, but it's a short-term loan to whereas they'll give you the money to purchase the property and fix it up, right? And so they only require like 10% down of the purchase price, right? And then the closing costs and then they'll give you 100% of the rehab. Like that's a way to get started with not a whole lot of money at all, right? And then if you wanted to, you could always use a traditional loan to buy your first property with like 5 to 10% down. You could also use a DSCR loan. So a DSCR loan is just for investment property. So what that loan does is it will give you, you don't have to have any income dots or anything. They really just go by what the rental income is, and they want you to be getting at least 120% of the mortgage in your rental income. So if your mortgage is $1,000, they want your rental income to be about 1,200, right? And so this is a real easy loan, and they'll give you up to 80% of the purchase price. Okay. A third thing that most people miss is private lenders. If you have a business plan, there are people out there that don't want to do the work, but they want to make a return on their money, right? And so if you have a great business plan, you could present it to your mama, your cousin, somebody who trusts you and get started that way so that you can have, the money to get started with your investing. All right. And you just pay them interest. The fourth way, which is my favorite way, is creative finance. And so there's so many different creative finance strategies like buying somebody's redemption rights when they foreclose, or doing a subject to where you take over somebody's mortgage payment, or when you also can do like a land contract or lease option where your person who's selling the home is acting as like the mortgage company kind of in a way. If you want more information on how to get started or on creative finance or anything like that, set up a strategy call with the link in my bio. All right.